Hey guys, Jeff here. I'm YF Family. I do appreciate you guys stopping by. It's not your fault because it's not your fault. I'm going to talk a little bit about tonight about emotional triggers, whether that's some things that trigger you in your battle with this thing we call enabling and codependency. But before we get into that, like and subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think about this video, and check the box that says notifications. So right here, so you get, as soon as I drop another video, you'll be notified. So, emotional triggers and responses. I can promise you this: your loved one, and your loved one's addiction knows what your emotional triggers are. Okay, this is what they're going to use to try and exploit you into helping them even further. That's just what addiction does. It finds out your weaknesses, it finds out your triggers, and exploits those. So, trying to find out, maybe write on a list of paper some of the things that in the past have triggered you as far as springing into action. What are some of the things that will do that? Is it the desperate text that you get in the middle of the night? Is it a phone call that you get, or a voicemail you get when typically your loved one will leave a voicemail when they know you're not going to answer the phone? Is it the phone call you get from the hospital, God forbid? Is it the phone call you get from a police officer? What are the triggers that you get? Is it the when your loved one tells you that it's somehow your fault? Is it when your loved one tells you that it's that you should feel guilty because of all the things that you have done to them to cause them to drink or to use? You got to know what these triggers are, because they're going to use them against you. Remember, I've said it a million times in the past. I've done over 300 videos. Your loved one is not intentionally trying to manipulate you. The addiction is. You're dealing with two separate entities here: your loved one and your loved one's addiction. And your loved one's addiction is what's actually pulling the strings right now. So don't get mad at your loved one. You know, there's an old saying, you don't hate the player, hate the game. And that's true in this situation. People get so angry with their loved one when we should be doing is praying for them. That does not mean you should drop your guard at any given time. Don't drop your guard, but remember, it's the addiction that's causing them to act the way they are. It's not because they're intentionally choosing to do this kind of thing. They're not of sound mind. They are not of sound mind. So know what your triggers are. Take a piece of paper and list out what your emotional triggers are. You should have an idea going forward to what to look out for, what they're going to use against you, and then how to respond to that. Okay. So if you know what your triggers are, it's much more easier to know how to respond. Identify your triggers so you know what going into it, how it's going to how you probably should respond. In my past, it's been things like my loved one telling me that they're not worthy, or that they're a piece of garbage, or that I don't deserve someone like them. These are all emotional triggers. These are all things that they'll do to try and either to dissuade you into being angry, persuade you into doing something for them, or to just shift the blame off of them onto you, so you can, oh no, it's not you, it's me, I shouldn't be. That's what we do. Emotional triggers are things that we all should make sure we know ahead of time going into this whole situation, that these are, and emotional triggers can be just about anything. I mean, if they look at you the wrong way, if they change their Facebook status, or if they post something on Facebook, or damn social media that somehow is implicating you for something. Okay, these are the kind of things that can make you respond. Are you being reactive or proactive? You're being reactive. Triggers are reactive. Okay, they're not proactive. So when you respond to something that kind of sets you off, you're being reactive, and it's not beneficial to anybody. The addiction knows what it's doing, so the addiction knows how to get you all jacked up. So just don't take the bait. Okay, know what your triggers are, know the things that will set you off. And again, like I said, you get a piece of paper, list out all the things that you know in the past are emotional triggers, and look for them. Okay, how to properly respond to them. I can assure you the way to respond to them is not to get angry. I can assure you how to get them a response to respond to them is not just to cry, or to get depressed, or get anxious, or sad. That's not. How do you respond to it? Is if you know what's coming, and you see it coming, you can deal with it because you use your tools, right? And again, I've said it many times in the past, if you're not going to an Al-Anon meeting, get to an Al-Anon meeting. It's real simple and easy. Al-Anon.net, Al-Anon.net, you will find a list of all the meetings in your area. If you live in a larger city, you'll see multiple meetings that day. Smaller city, maybe one a week. But typically, Al-Anon.net will show you all the different meetings in your area. Just type in your zip code, and you'll find it. Okay, so there's no excuses. No excuses, because when these emotional triggers happen, how to deal with it will be found in those meetings. How to deal with it will be found in this book. How to deal with emotional triggers and how to respond to them is found in the magic of the rooms. So make sure you get there, alanon.net, and you'll find the meetings you need, okay? So keep coming back, guys. It works if you work it. Let it begin with you. And by all means, say a prayer for the prayers. Also, drop down the comments, if you would, please. What are some of the other triggers that I didn't mention? What are some triggers, some things that trigger you and set you off towards and how you respond to them? I want to know. I want to get the list out, because the whole way we help people in Al-Anon is by sharing examples and sharing scenarios. We don't give advice, but if it's something I've done in the past that maybe you thought about doing, and I can tell you how it affected and how it worked, maybe you can either do it or not do it. Again, that's all what we do here. We try to help each other. BTDT, been there, done that. All right, I hope that makes sense. That's the whole idea of the Al-Anon meetings, is to make sure we lean on each other for emotional support, right? So drop down the comments if some of the things that I've done or said make any sense, because the idea is to help other people, right? That's what we're here for. That's what we're called to do. God's calling is to help one another, help humankind, okay? All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. God bless and keep you. Have a good evening.